And in action.
Alright, I got verse 1. If I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but do not have love, I have become a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. So I walk outside, and I go outside, and I'm like in the kind of dark, and I love the wind, I love the breeze. And so I'm just looking up, and I actually got teary-eyed. It's like, God, this is so awesome. Like, I just love the wind. And I was just sitting there, and all I just hear is like, and then I hear like this little wind chime. And I love wind chimes so much. And so I was just thinking of the wind and how it's so peaceful and constant and soothing. And it comes and goes. And even though the wind's not blowing, the air is still there. And so like you can, even if you don't feel the air, if you don't feel the wind, hear the wind, see the wind, like the air is still there. And that kind of for me symbolized God and His Spirit and like His speaking and love. And then when I heard the wind chime, to me like a wind chime like follows the wind wherever it goes. Like the wind chime only like makes noise when the wind blows, and it's quiet when the wind's not doing anything. And it rejoices. I feel like it sings to the wind. That's awesome. I feel like the wind chime sings with the wind and like complements it. And so I feel like that represents Christians and our words and our lives. And so then I was just like, wow, God, that's cool. Like, I just hear this, like, awesome noises. And then I hear an airplane and dogs barking and, like, annoying dogs, too. And, like, cars honking and stuff. And I was just thinking, like, okay, they're noisy, they're distracting. I'm, like, looking at the airplane and not concentrating on the wind. And I'm not praying anymore because I'm like, won't those dogs shut up? Like, you know what I mean? And so, like, I thought of that as, like, this loveless, godless chatter that can come from our lives when we're trying to either speak to non-believers or show our lives to non-believers. And so I see the wind chime as us glorifying God and expressing God, following God, knowing God, and representing God. And we can either be a wind chime or like a barking dog. We could be noisy, we could take away from God's glory, we like drown out His voice, and like our words should edify, encourage, and speak truth. And it shouldn't be painful or repulsive or hurtful or distract people from God. And so, it's okay. And so, kind of what I got is, I don't know, this verse was brought to me like just being the salt of the earth, that it preserves, and it preserves those that are unbelievers, making them ready, and like just showing them, pointing them to God. And it also tastes good. So we need to make Christianity and God taste good. So it kind of like goes back to like, if we don't speak in love, then our voices are distracting, our words are distracting, our lives are distracting from God and taking away like what His truth is and what His glory is. And so that's kind of what it is.
Wow. That was awesome.
Yeah, that is
really
amazing.
Did you write all
We're gonna
that
have
down?
to type that in. No. I have.
Don't worry.
I don't want
I
to
have
go
you can
anymore.
either be a wind
Don't worry, I got it
I know,
video.
sorry, Sean. No. I have you can either be a wind chime or
I have a
barky
stick
dog.
figure. I do
Be
a
a wind
stick
chime.
figure.
Wow.
That was good.
That's really good.
No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
All right, here we go. I got verse 2. It's, if I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains but have not love, I am nothing. And I looked up the definition of mysteries and knowledge. And mysteries is anything secret, unknown, or unexplained. And knowledge is the fact or state of knowing, understanding, or information one has learned. And the one that popped out at me was all that is known. So I got from it that no matter, you can know everything in the whole entire world, all the mysteries, you can have all the knowledge in the world, and you can use that to serve God, but you can have the faith to move mountains, but if you're just doing it to for your own personal gain and not out of reverence for God and not out of love for God, that all that adds up to nothing in the sight of God. All of that hard work, all of that the struggle that you did, to accomplish that, if you're just doing it for your own personal gain and to impress people or whatnot, that all of it is nothing. if you don't truly do it out of, you know, reverence for God and for true love for Him, you know, it's all nothing. So that's what, you know, that's what I got. And I actually, a thought came into my mind. I don't know if, you know, it's, you know, true or not, but I kind of felt like if that was me, or, you know, I felt like, you know, I feel like I'd be more lost, you know, doing that than not knowing God. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, maybe that's not exactly true or not, but that just kind of popped in my head, like, you know, I feel more lost even if I know God and I'm doing all that, and, you know, not, you know, that adds up to
That's
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd be better off not knowing God, you know,
Mm-hmm.
type of thing.
Right.
So
Wow.
that's what I got.
It's not my turn.
This would be me.
I like camera.
Excuse me. And if I give all my possessions to feed the poor, and if I surrender my body to be burned, but do not have love, it profits me nothing. This is heavy. Kind of in a nutshell, what I came up with is that if I sell everything I own to go to Thailand, but in the process, I'm just doing but not spending time in prayer for the people that I'm going to be serving, what do I have to offer them when I get there? And, you know, what am I giving to them? And it goes back to Mary and Martha. And I don't want to harp on Martha because I'm a lot like her. But it's like, it's so easy to do and do and do. And God's asking us to sit and to sit at His feet. And it seems like, what am I accomplishing sitting at His feet? But we're getting that love from Him, and that we're going to be able to give to people. And everything else pales in comparison. Wow. Okay, number
Did you write that down? Cindy, didn't you have both 3 and 4?
No, I had another one.